Welcome to Tinker Tailor Gamer Scribe. This will be the first of a series of video essays about creative outlets. Each essay's focus will be on a different type of outlet, with the overall theme being finding your creative outlet. Though topics will touch on many of the designated areas within TTGS, the series itself will fall under Scribe, as they are being offered as a media arts presentation. Without further ado, I present Finding Your Own Creative Outlet, Video Games. Since their creation, video games have been an ever-growing form of entertainment, but they've become so much more. They're now used as educational tools, chronic pain relief, and even as treatment for PTSD. But what about as a creative outlet? You can do nearly anything in video games. You can fly with a jetpack, wield the greatest and most destructive futuristic weaponry, and bring enemy empires to their knees. Can you create something new and/or original in a video game? Fortunately, the answer is yes, 1,000 times yes. So much so, I barely know where to begin. But how about 1989? Though SimCity is not technically the first simulation builder, it is by far the best known. It was released in '89 and kickstarted the genre. The best way I can describe a simulation builder is this: they are the sandwiches of video games. In SimCity, you build a city. In Roller Coaster Tycoon, you build a theme park. A sandwich is always a sandwich, but there are virtually infinite ways to make a sandwich. In fact, there's a sandwich simulator available on Google Play. Build mechanics are usually pretty straightforward, making them great for novice creators, as they tend to be a complete kit, so there's little need for external research to figure things out. Players of simulation builders utilize a sense of logical order and placement, handy tools in a creator's mental toolkit. Open world, or sandbox builders, on the other hand, embrace a much less restricted form of play and creativity. They cover a wide range of theme, style, and focus. Take Scrap Mechanic, for example. It has a mostly modern theme, a simple block-based construction style, and a heavy focus on building machines and contraptions. Where Terra Tech has a modular approach to construction, with exploration and combat elements in a post-Earth setting. Or Beseige, where in a medieval locale you craft custom siege engines to conquer other kingdoms. Since sandbox builders have multiple gameplay aspects, your creations within them have to be adaptable. If they can't be adaptable, then you have to be. And problem-solving skills are a major advantage when trying something new. These last two categories are not primary aspects of games like simulation builders and sandbox builders, but they do introduce creative elements into what would be considered a more standard gaming experience. I'll be honest here. The player housing in Final Fantasy XI kicked a bee's nest in my brain. From that time forward, I loved finding games with customizable environments in them. Star Wars Galaxies, Fallout 4, and my all-time favorite, Rift. Rift has a ton of customizable environments and an impressive amount of objects you can manipulate and place within them. I turned this into this, and I had some fun with it too. There are hidden objects to find, and a secret laboratory with hidden entrances. It was a blast to build. Environments like these train the creative eye to see the potential in an empty space, and to see beyond an object's intended use to make it a part of something completely different. At least it did for me. Last, and definitely underappreciated, are games with editing and modding capabilities. This kind of feature has been in games for ages, but do not get much props for being the little slices of awesome that they are. The original Counter-Strike was developed as a mod for the first Half-Life game. I can remember using the editor in Excitebike for the NES extensively, and more recently, playing with the campaign editor in Neverwinter. The great thing about features like these is that it gives the player the chance to take something they like, namely the game itself, and improve or change it to fit their tastes and/or offer something new to the community of that game. The ability to transform or redefine something old into something new. A very useful skill. It's easy to say that video games are nothing more than mindless entertainment, particularly when all most people see are games that don't offer anything else, which, sadly, are the ones that get all the advertising money thrown at them. But there is a whole genre of games, gaining momentum and popularity every day, that are much more than base entertainment. They are creative spaces, as simple or complex as you can handle, in pretty much any setting you want, ready to unlock your imagination. And the best part is that you can do it on your terms, because with so many options, you can find the building game that works best for you. Steam has over 350 games under the tag Building alone. Good Old Games, or GOG, doesn't have a tag search, but it has a fair selection under the Simulation in their genre tab. I'm pretty sure if you were to dig a bit deeper in either Steam or GOG, there are plenty more building games to find. I specifically chose this topic to be the first in this series for a very simple reason. Video games are available to pretty much everyone. As a creative outlet, this one is hands down the most accessible. You don't need any special skills to play them, and, my favorite reason, where else are most people ever going to get the chance to build their very own castle, or plan out an entire city? Let me wrap this up by making something clear. Creativity is not limited to physical things. Everyone creates things all the time that don't technically exist. They're called ideas, imagination, goals, and dreams. The list goes on. If video games are the best or only way for you to be creative, embrace it. Creativity is about expression for expression's sake. How you do it is not so important. Until next time.